Hello friends, welcome to my channel Value Creators. We all know that humans cannot survive without food, water and energy. Access to affordable, sustainable, clean and reliable source of energy has become a basic need for all of us. You will agree with me that cooking gas is one such energy source which we cannot live without. Imagine how difficult it would be to get up in the morning only to realize that you don't have any cooking gas left to make a cup of coffee. We can all relate to this, that how hard it is to spend a single day without a cooking gas at home. This is the reason why the consumption of cooking gas has seen record growth in the last few decades. If cooking gas is so important, then let me ask you 3 questions. First, have you ever felt inquisitiveness to know about the source of our cooking gas? Second, what is it made up of? And third, how does it reach us? I know that the answer to these questions is already there in the public domain, but all this information is so scattered and complex that it is little difficult for everyone to understand, specifically for people who are not from a science background. So my dear friends, I will try my best to keep this video simple and interesting so that everyone can understand even if they are not from a science background. If you have come so far and still watching this video, then one thing is clear, that you are one of those people who has an insatiable thirst for learning. As you are investing your precious time here, then it is my duty to not let you down. So, come with me to our past. Not 100 or 200 years, but billions of years. Yes, you heard it right. The cooking gas or LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, which we use in our kitchen today, has a history of more than 1 billion years. We will all agree to the fact that the Sun and all planets of our solar system came together from the same nebular cloud. A nebula is an interstellar cloud of dust, hydrogen, helium and other ionized gases. Very little is known about how Earth obtained its particular chemical composition, or why the other planets ended up so different from Earth. Why has Earth retained the very unique properties such as the presence of water that allows it to support life? The first 500 million years of Earth existence is a critical missing link in understanding how the planet's atmosphere, oceans and different layers of Earth crust developed. How the transition took place, or when the condition became hospitable enough to support life on Earth. It is still a subject of curiosity for many scientists and researchers. You may be thinking, why I am talking about all these? Then I must tell you that LPG and other energy resources have a direct linkage to how the Earth was formed and the existence of life on Earth. There are several theories and hypotheses which suggest the origin and formation of these gases and other energy resources. According to the most prominent theory, the plants, animals and other microorganisms that lived millions of years ago are the source of natural gas. Our cooking gas or LPG is a form of natural gas and is a fossil fuel. Fossil fuel is a fuel formed by a natural process, such as from the decomposition of the buried dead organisms. These living organisms were deep buried and covered by soils and sediments, where they undergo a very slow and very long-lasting physical and chemical transformation due to intense high pressure and temperature conditions. This mechanism of natural gas formation is called the thermogenic mechanism. When this transformation was taking place, our Earth was also going through a lot of large-scale violent events, including the eruption of supervolcanoes, impact of comets and asteroids, and major climate and geological changes. Somewhere all these conditions helped the overall transformation process so that the present human race could take advantage of that. If we fast forward to the present day, the natural gas can be found in deep underground rock formations near oil deposits, or can be found associated with other hydrocarbon reservoirs in coal beds. Apart from the thermogenic mechanism, natural gas was also created over time by the biogenic mechanism. Biogenic gas is created by methagenic organisms in marshes, landfills and shallow sediments. Methagenic organisms are those organisms that produce methane. Methane is the hydrocarbon and is the main constituent of natural gas. Now let's understand what I meant by hydrocarbon. You may know that carbon is a key element of every living body. This is the reason why any fossil fuel is burned, it releases carbon dioxide into the air. Natural gas, petroleum products are all hydrocarbons. So by definition, hydrocarbon is a chemical compound that is made up of carbon and hydrogen. Now let's move further and see what I meant by LPG is a form of natural gas. Natural gas and LPG are chemically different gases. We know that pure natural gas is methane, whereas LPG is propane or butane. Before raw natural gas or crude oil can be used as a fuel, it must be processed to remove impurities to meet the standard specifications. The byproduct of this processing includes different hydrocarbons such as ethane, propane, butane, and other higher molecular weight hydrocarbons. This is the reason why LPG is generally extracted during natural gas processing and crude oil refining. Your next question can be, why we use LPG instead of pure natural gas for our daily needs? There are many advantages behind using LPG. Like, LPG is a clean burning fuel. LPG is the backbone of cooking, heating, transportation, and industries. LPG provides us high energy value. This means that LPG flame burns hotter, an advantage that can translate into higher efficiency. LPG can shrink significantly, making it easier to store and transport. LPG is heavier than air. In case a cylinder or tank is leaking, the liquid gas will firstly transform into vapor and secondly spread close to the ground. LPG is easily accessible to everyone. I should mention one key point here, that LPG is odorless hydrocarbon. The unpleasant rotten egg smell associated with LPG is achieved by adding an additive to alert users of a leak. I believe now you know about the source of natural gas and have some basic understanding of its constituent. Now we will come to our third and final question. How does it reach us? LPG produced from an oil and gas well has to travel a great distance to reach us. The efficient and effective movement of LPG gas from producing region to our home requires an extensive and elaborate transportation system. Companies in the oil and gas industry are usually divided into one of three groups: upstream, downstream, and midstream to support the supply chain of LPG. Upstream oil and gas production is conducted by companies who identify, extract, or produce raw materials, whereas downstream oil and gas production is related to the post-production of crude oil and natural gas activities. Midstream links upstream and downstream and includes transportation and storage services. Most of the world's biggest oil and gas producers are global energy giants with worldwide operations spanning the full range of upstream and downstream activities. Companies like BP, ExxonMobil, Chevron, Total, ONGC are some of those companies. Now let's see the steps involved in the LPG supply chain based on upstream, midstream, and downstream activities. Step number 1. Production of natural gas and crude oil. You would have seen some giant structures standing in the middle of the ocean. They are actually oil and gas platforms, or often called offshore drilling rigs. These drilling rigs have the facility for well drilling to explore, extract, store, and process petroleum and natural gas. Deposits of natural gas and crude oil are extracted by drilling down through the impermeable rock into the permeable rock. The location where this drilling takes place is called an oil well. You will often find these oil wells on land too. Step number 2. Raw natural gas and crude oil transportation. Crude oil and raw natural gas is transported from the production sites to refineries by tankers or pipelines. Step number 3. Refining and storage of raw natural gas. At this stage, LPG is prepared by refining petroleum or raw natural gas. Approximately 60% of LPG is obtained from the natural gas, whereas the remaining 40% is achieved from refining crude oil. LPG thus produced are then stored in LPG product storage tanks. Step number 4. Refined LPG is transported to bottling plants. The LPG is now transported by train, road, coastal tankers, or pipeline to cylinder filling plants and intermediate storage areas. At this stage, LPG is stored in liquid form under high pressure in a cylinder. Step number 5. Bottled LPG cylinder is transported to distribution centers. Normally, LPG cylinders are transported via roads using truck transport system to different distribution centers across the country. And the last step, step number 6. Last step in the supply chain is the doorstep delivery of LPG cylinders to end users. This complete supply chain looks so plain and basic, isn't it? But in reality, it is one of the complex systems. We should appreciate the fact that there are so many people in this ecosystem who work day and night under harsh conditions to bring this energy source to our doorstep. It is important to note that these fossil fuels that are naturally found in the earth crust are not unlimited, so it is our duty to use it wisely. So my dear friends, if you believe that this video has added any value to you, then I would request you to like, share and subscribe this channel. Till then, I will wait to meet you again with a new and interesting video.